to from days to years. We're so excited you're here. Our goals for you this year are to make sure you're purposely playing, and we're going to talk more about that. We also have some awesome other buzzwords we're going to use. One of the things is replacement theory. What is that? We'll get into that on our podcast today. I'm here with my awesome co-host, Heather.
Hi, Angela.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very good.
We haven't seen each other in a while because of break and yeah. And then,
It's been a long time.
it's been a long time. I mean, we live in the same neighborhood, but it's been a long time. Oh, I saw your husband the other day.
He's walking.
No, at 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that's his second home.
That was our second home when we lived where you lived, too. So, yeah. I was fine.
Apartment.
Yeah. I was like, I know you, and he turned around like I caught him doing something bad.
It's always okay, so I'll go back to what we're going to talk about in this series. But so 7-Eleven, I go out there maybe 4 times, 5 times in a year, maybe.
Oh.
And one of the guys that owns the store, he always says he doesn't know my husband's name, Reggie, and Reggie's in there like 5 times a week.
Yeah.
I've been in there 4 times, and I was like, how's Angie? How's Angie doing? Sorry, I broke my glasses. I have to get them fixed, so they're going to be popping up like this until I get fixed. He's like, how's Angie? Reggie's always like, he doesn't know my name. I'm in there 5 times a week. You come in 4 times in a year, and he knows exactly who you are. And I just think it's funny.
Yeah. I don't know how you've only gone in there 4 times a year. I mean,
I send him.
I love going in there. It's like, almost like going to the grocery store because it's quite big. Our 7-Eleven is really nice. It's sort of brand new.
Yeah.
And they have frozen lemonade instead of just the Slurpees. We like the lemonade.
Oh, I didn't know that. I do like
My kids love that.
There's a lemonade I like, but it's simply lemonade.
Oh yeah, I love Simply.
Yeah, I love
But this is, it's frozen, then you can put different flavors in there. But my kids like pure lemonade, and I kind of think that I could go home and maybe add a little
Yeah.
adult time to it. I haven't.
Well,
I think about it.
Anybody.
Or tequila.
Unless you're alcohol.
Yeah, then please don't.
Please don't. But our series we're going to talk about, I know guys, we got off topic a little bit. We're just so excited here. So the series, we're going to do 2 series. One will be Women in Business, which you're going to see probably airing before this episode. And we interviewed Essence Hines with World of Smalls. And she has a boutique play space where children under 5 can go. And it's an awesome play space.
It's fun.
It is fun.
It was fun. And Essence was amazing. I really enjoyed talking to her.
I did too. Our next Woman in Business that will be interviewing is Lily. And she is a co-owner of F45, and it's I don't say a workout facility, it's a training facility, it's a gym, it's an empowerment zone for women. It's just a wonderful place where you can go and ache and shake, to get that healthier body. So our next series we're going to do is Healthier Mind and Body, and we're going to concentrate on that a lot in the next 90 days. I call it 3-30. So 30, 30, 30, January, February, March. And we're going to talk about that a lot in this podcast, and then in the podcast after this, the next 3, we'll break down healthier body, healthier mind, and also healthier body nutrition versus healthier body with exercise, because we really want to make sure we get into each of those because they're also very important. So we're just going to talk about right now what our series is for this next 3 months. So, trainer, I never have.
So I had a trainer when I was pregnant with my first because I wanted to be able to jump right back in to life. And it was great, but I also discovered quickly that trainers don't scare me and I can just ignore everything they say. And he was great, he was younger. And I'm now currently working out with a trainer. And it's kind of a fun thing because she does it out of her home. And I like her because she's not so strict, because when I mentioned I was thinking about doing the dry January, like a lot of people do, and I've always thought it'd be fun, she was like, why would you do that?
She didn't agree?
She was like, I mean, if you really want to, but there's no harm in having a glass of wine if that's what you want.
Yeah.
She goes, you work out and you watch what you eat, and so I kind of liked that too, because there's this whole like, she goes, it's all about proportion, how much you're eating and watching what you drink. She goes, a glass of wine's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, well, what about a whole bottle of wine? So, I mean,
Well, you spaced out for a couple of days.
yeah. Sometimes it's just a bottle at one time, once a week. Because as a friend said, why would you not finish off the bottle?
I don't know, I have a bottle of champagne I've been drinking for 2 days. I know that doesn't make any sense.
That's just kind of blasphemous. I don't know. Champagne is my favorite.
Well, Reggie doesn't drink really, and I gave him one mimosa on Christmas Day, and he drank that, but he won't have another one. He's like, I'm good. I know.
I once had to finish off a bottle of champagne because it was just this little bit, it was taking up valuable real estate in the refrigerator.
Yeah, it does.
So I had mimosa, and then went to work out with my trainer, and I couldn't figure out why I felt so sluggish, like, because I had kind of already forgotten about it by the time I went to see her. And at the end I went, oh yeah, I had a mimosa before I came. She's like, wait, what? I said, well, I had just a little bit. It wasn't even really enough to really make a valid mimosa. It was more orange juice. But I was like, I really did. I felt like I was really sweating, and I felt really gross. I'm like, okay, lesson learned. Don't drink before you work out, because that doesn't work well.
That's our first lesson of the new year.
Yeah, don't drink before you work out.
Good lesson.
Yeah, unless you're just going for a walk. I mean, that's,
Well, that is
yeah. But, yeah, so I mean, so it's all about limits and watching. And so one of my goals this year is to start tracking what I eat and drink. And
Do you have an app?
I use an app.
Which one do you use?
I'm currently using an app called Lose It, LOSEIT.
And we'll have that link on the
Yeah,
website.
I've been using that one because I have a brother-in-law who's really into fitness. He was a gymnast in college, and he really does believe in tracking what you eat. And this is one that he had used, because I've been using the other one, which was, I can't think of the name of it. It's blue, like I'm telling you, the app color is blue, but I can't think of the name of it. It's very common. We'll find that, maybe we could list that one as well. I just figured he did it, and I think I like Lose It now. I just went back to after not using it for a long time. And then to back up a little bit, every once in a while they offer these, because you can use it for free, it's a free app, but you can also pay as well. And I did a one-time flat pay for life. And so I bought it that way, and that's actually tracking all my macronutrients. Am I saying that right? Micronutrients.
What's a macro? I don't know.
So it's your sugar, your fiber, your protein, whatever you've put in, it figures out what's in it.
So do you put in like whole meals, or do you say, okay, I have a hamburger and a French fry and some kale?
And it knows most of the major restaurants are in there too. And you can add too. Okay, so if you're like, oh, because I have in the past added a meal that I've made, like all the ingredients, so I could see how much was in it.
Do you have to like weigh things or
Only,
number of
I mean,
or-
you probably should, because it does ask you.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, so sometimes I just eyeball it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, no.
I should.
Yeah. Well, and to throw another name, I have done Weight Watchers in the past, and that was the hardest part, was that you're honestly supposed to measure and weigh everything, and that's really hard when you're, so then I became buying a full meal, like, oh, I'm just gonna buy this frozen meal because it's already preset, I know exactly what's in it, and that's a lot of work, and it's a lot of stuff to buy.
Okay, so the frozen meals, they have come a long way since I was a kid. My mother never did frozen meals.
Oh yeah, because of the sodium and they're gross. They're
I
so
never had
good.
casserole until we moved to like a suburb in a small town. People were bringing us casseroles. We didn't know what that was. So I grew up in a very.
My husband hates casseroles. Everything thrown into a dish. Why would you eat that?
We grew up kind of weird. So my mom would make like rice and vegetables.
Yes, that's how I
grew
grew up. Yeah.
We could come home and there might be like Spanish rice. There could be perch.
Yeah.
There could be cow's tongue. We never.
There was always. I always had.
It was always a full.
It was always rice, something like rice,
We had some.
and usually chicken breast, and a side salad. Until the day I refused to eat the side salad. The only time we ever had casserole was tuna fish casserole, and I can't stand tuna fish, and so that was where even in high school, they would call me at my job. I was in high school and tell me not to pick up food because there was tuna fish casserole, which they knew I was never going to touch.
You had that in high school? That's embarrassing.
Oh.
Tuna would smell.
Well, yeah, no, but like for dinner, not for lunch.
Okay.
No, that was because they knew how much I hated it, but they were bound and determined to make me like it.
But there are ways, so Heather is a trainer, and we're gonna go on Friday, and we're gonna meet my new trainer. And Eve has decided she's gonna join me. She's so excited. Val, I'm gonna you too. Val, I'm sorry, I keep saying Val, sorry. You're more than welcome. We're gonna see how this goes, because I have never had a trainer in my life, and I've always been on the thinner side. And then when I contracted rheumatoid arthritis, and I was like 36 or 37, I gained all this weight, and then I didn't want to go on the injectables, the steroids.
Yeah.
That was my choice, and so I did it homeopathically. I actually lost all the weight. I can show you guys pictures of that. And I shed my body of all these different kind of toxins. I am not suggesting that if you contract the disease, like rheumatoid arthritis or cancer or something like that, she should go homeopathic only. I'm saying what worked for me. This may not work for you, okay? So I was able to lose all the weight and got really thin, and actually not that I got healthy, wasn't thin. When you was healthy versus.
Yeah, or you went back to the weight that you were comfortable in previously.
Right.
Yes,
That's
the
a great way
weight,
to say it.
yes, because I think sometimes people forget that, because I've had people say, I mean, I'm not comfortable with my body, and that's because I never lost the weight from my last child. And in my head, when I go to buy clothes, I expect myself to look one way because I'm still buying those same styles.
Yeah.
But then when I see myself in the outfit, I'm like, oh, what just happened here?
Yeah. And how you feel.
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's about how do you feel and what's your comfort in your skin.
And that's a great way of saying it. So when we're doing this challenge for the next 90 days, and we're not going to just do it for 90 days and then schlong.
We're hoping this is a new, it's what did they say? It's to a habit. What is it? Like it takes 21 days.
21, 36 calories.
Something like that. But also, people forget what a diet means. A diet is not a losing weight. It's what you actually eat and put into your body. That's what a diet is. It's what you normally eat. It's not about losing weight.
And I want to, like she said, not a diet. I want it to be a lifestyle change.
Right, a lifestyle change.
So I was able to lose the weight after Izzy because I went a little gung-ho. So everyone told me, oh, it's going to take you a year or 2 years.
Oh, that.
And I was like, hold my beer, watch me.
Yeah.
So I did it in like 45 days. Not a good look.
That's hard.
So, but I ate nothing but like kale and drink water. That's all I did. Because I wanted people, because they told me I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So I got down to smaller than what I was. And then I got smaller to the point that Reggie said I looked, he didn't tell me at the time, it was like 2 years later.
What did he tell
He's like,
you?
you were ridiculously thin. And he's like, look at these pictures. And I was nasty thin. And the only reason why I started gaining weight back was because I was breastfeeding at the time. And my milk was looking a little gray. And I didn't want my child to have gray milk. So then I started putting the weight back on, and then, which was fine. And then I got a little too carried away, and I became unhealthy.
Yeah, that's where I feel gross sometimes.
I do.
And living in Florida too, when it's hot and sweaty, it's even worse. Like I do kind of miss living up north where it's cold and you don't sweat in January.
Yeah.
Unless you just have too many layers on and it's really hot. But I mean, yeah. Man, I hate sweating. If I could get that part of my body to stop.
It's good for the toxic.
Which I know is not good, but I mean, you know what I mean.
So I want to go back, and that's the other thing. Like, so when Izzy was born and yada, 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 8 years later, I didn't make myself a priority.
Yes.
So that's the other thing I want you guys to do is make yourself a priority.
Yes.
Make this a lifestyle change. Because a lot of times women, your husband will go out and work out. He'll go for a walk. And you're like, the dishes need to be done. I need to clean the house.
We always have one more thing to do. One more thing, and then I'll go do this.
And they're able just to stop and go take care of whatever priority that they have.
Yeah.
And we're not very good at that. I'm not saying all women, but I know most women I know,
Most.
that's the story. So we're going to make ourselves a priority this year
Yes.
and focus a little bit more on us. That doesn't mean you're going to neglect your husband or your kids or
No.
your job or whatever, but maybe the house isn't perfectly cleaned every day. Maybe you do the vacuuming every 3 days and not every day because you're going to
do it every day.
No, I know.
Okay, I just wanted to double check, because man,
That's about once a week.
oh, you're still better than me. But you know what I bought myself for Christmas, because I buy my own Christmas. My husband's really good, but he runs out of time. I bought myself an iRobot, which I swore I was never going to buy, because what was the
Wait,
point?
is that the little thing that?
The little thing is the little robot
Oh,
thing.
that's cute.
But our whole downstairs is all hardwood, and my husband and I had a little bickering agreement because I insisted on putting in the whole home central vacuum into our house.
I would do that if I did.
Well, yeah, and I love the idea because I hate the vacuum cleaner itself.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work to pull down that hose and connect it and drag, because it's long. The hose is long, because we went with the one where you move the hose. Some of them have the hose built
I've never
in.
had one. I don't know what this is.
It was in our last house, which was really old, and I thought it was such a great concept. So then when I realized it was still a thing and not a thing from the 70s, that they were still doing it. So I've got to have this, because we don't even own a vacuum cleaner, because we didn't have it for our last house, because we have a central vac. And it's kind of nice because it all goes into this metal thing, canister in your garage. But, you know, we don't wear shoes in our house, and so then the floors are, you know, you've got, on hardwoods there's always dust, and we have 2 cats. So I do love that thing. It runs every night at 1 a.m. for 2 hours. And every night or the next one, amazed by how much stuff it's picked up.
Maybe we need iRobot to call us. And
Well,
we can do
yeah.
a whole commercial.
I would love to do it, because I'm like amazed, and maybe I need a second one to do my upstairs, except, you know, I call him the drunken sailor. Because sometimes he just keeps hitting the wall, trying to find a way around it.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to get that out of my head for just a week.
And now I'm trying to figure out how to get my cats to ride it, because I really want to video of my cat riding around. Because I've seen the videos, and now I want my cat to do it. But okay, we've totally like jumped off topic here, and it's all my fault. I always do this.
We'll start crying. I want that picture of the cat right here.
If I can get him to do it, it's going to take practice. I have her running at 1 a.m. now, so I don't know what happens if my cats even like it. But we're not talking to our cats at the moment because they're bad cats.
That's another story. So,
Yeah.
okay, so we want to be purposeful.
Yes.
Purposeful play, which we'll get into that in a minute. We want to make sure we're setting ourselves as a priority. That doesn't mean you're neglecting your family, but maybe you do.
You're putting, maybe you've moved yourself up a little bit in your to-do
Move
list.
yourself up. And
Yes.
then also, so for me, I'm going to be working out 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and help us Sundays. So E and I are going to be doing that. She's laughing and I'm laughing. And so that's what we're going to do with our trainer. So what we're going to do to help, connect more with y'all out there is we're going to do a weekly or a daily journal.
Yes.
So sometimes it might be, we write down what we ate, what we drank.
Or maybe how we would feel like if we were having, I probably won't do it every day, but maybe if I'm like, oh, this was a bad day.
Yeah, or a good day.
But maybe the in between days I probably won't say anything. But sometimes I can tell, like, it's usually when I go to Taco Bell for lunch.
What's tacos?
Well, I don't get Taco Bell.
What do you do?
I get a bean and cheese burrito and a Mexican pizza because they don't sell the enchilada anymore. Sorry, Taco Bell. Thank you for bringing back Mexican pizza though.
So every day or every week, we're going to record some, what we eat, what we drink, and the thoughts, because we want to concentrate on a healthier body, but a healthier mind too.
And also creating
Because you have to have both. It has to be a synergy.
Yeah, the accountability.
Yes.
And I feel like this is a good, because I can go 2 days straight and then lose the accountability. Because nobody in my house needs to diet but me. Or needs to change. My husband is very happy in his skin and I'm so pleased for him.
Yeah.
My kids certainly do not need to lose weight, and my daughter already eats much healthier than the rest of us.
Yeah.
She's a salad or 2 salads a day kid.
Oh, very good.
She just loves vegetables. But I'm not. I will buy the stuff to make a salad, and they go, oh, that's just too much work.
Okay.
And then I don't, and then eventually I'm like, hey, Emma, don't you want a big salad for dinner? Because this lettuce needs to go. And she's like, oh, yeah. And I'll put some grilled chicken on top. And I'm like, where did this come from? Who did you get this from?
But I love that because it's funny, I had a discussion with some friends about the salad thing. Like, I love salads, but it is a lot of work.
If somebody just made it and brought it to my house.
There's got to be like a meal kit you can buy. Because I love like the whole roasted corn thing, or like feta cheese, or maybe beets one day, not all the time. But a couple times, just different things. But by the time I go to the grocery store, bring every son home, we have pizza that night because of course I'm not cooking the day.
You never cook the day you go to school.
Or we have soup, we usually have soup. And then to cut up all those vegetables, I don't know. Like I've seen the things, have you seen it? Where it's like a salad kit, like people show you how to put it in like one of those mason
jars, yes. And that looks great, but I would be messy. How do you get it out? And I don't like my lettuce like I want it to be all mixed together. So there used to be a restaurant, and when I lived in Houston, it was actually a gym, but they had a restaurant side, and they had the biggest salad bar I've ever seen in my life, with everything you could name that you ever thought to put on a salad. And at the very end, you told them what dressing, and then they took their knives and they chopped it all up into little tiny pieces. It was like
those in Alfredo.
And it was the greatest thing in the world. It was the best salad. Oh my God. It was like the best salad. And where are these people at today?
I need to find out this because I used to love it.
Now, I did buy these scissors that are for chopping up salad. They have double blades, and you hold it. It looks like weird scissors. I bought it from no, but I mean and you just squeeze it and chop it. So sometimes I'll buy the salad kits, and I'll do that. And they're so good, and I'm the only one who'll eat it then.
So we're going to have to find a way to make sure that we're getting our vegetables and our fruit somehow.
Yeah.
Buying the prepackaged fruit is ridiculously expensive.
It's really
that's the way
it's the only way I can get it in my house.
The other thing I'm doing is the whole juicing thing. I like the idea of juicing, but it's very messy, time-consuming, and expensive. So what I used to do when I was purging myself, when I had rheumatoid arthritis was really, really bad, I would buy green juices. And the problem is it's harder to find them now because you can find lots of them, but the ones that have kale listed in them, if it says lettuce in there, I'm sorry, I'm not looking for a lawsuit from the juice company, but I'm telling you this, if there's lettuce in your juice, y'all are screwing people, okay? because lettuce really isn't doing as much as kale.
No, it has
or
no
collard
nutrients
greens or
in
even
it.
spinach.
Yeah.
So if you're drinking the ones that say lettuce, find the ones that say Swiss chard or chard
Yeah.
or kale.
Well, because
or
isn't it like
spinach.
higher in fiber too?
It is.
And vitamins?
It is. They're
Yeah.
just screwing people out of their money. I
I've
don't know if
always
it's on
heard,
TV,
yeah.
but it's true.
You know, there's a new place, I believe it's over by F45, that is a clean juice.
Yes, I've seen that.
And we've gone, they're pricey,
Yeah, that works.
but when I haven't felt good, I've gone and gotten one and I'm not gonna say it made me feel 100% better, but I didn't feel as like yucky.
Yeah.
And my daughter, she has never liked fruit, she has never liked juice. The girl never drank juice. She will get it from there because it's got all these vegetables, and she'll go for the more vegetable-oriented one.
Yeah.
But the last one she got, this is funny, I was like looking, it was the greenest thing I'd ever seen in my whole life. And she goes, okay, this is pretty good. And I said, I need to taste that. And it was like drinking grass.
So the ones that I used to buy that helped me clean out my system when I had rheumatoid,
Yeah.
I still have rheumatoid arthritis, but it was really
But you're
really bad.
controlling it.
I'm controlling it. And I'm
Yeah.
not on a biologic or any of the medications. I do take an Advil every once in a while, and if I drink more water, I have less problems. But that's just me.
Water.
We'll get into that on another podcast. But the green juices that have like cucumber or celery, even if you can get one that has all cucumber or all celery, that will help clean out your system.
Yeah, 'cause
it
it's-
keeps you fuller and
yeah.
makes you feel better.
It does.
And it helps with like inflammation in your body, because diseases, a lot of them, I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on TV, and I'm not prescribing anything for you, but a lot of the green juices help flush out the diseases, because most diseases are based on inflammation.
Yes.
And it will help you with that. So that's something I'll be doing, and we'll also have like, maybe not daily videos from Heather and I, but a lot of probably weekly videos, maybe
Some
twice a
random
week.
ones.
Some
Yeah,
random
yeah,
ones.
yeah. I'm gonna try to do it, especially like,
Right.
maybe even before and after my trainer,
Oh
because
my gosh, it can shake time, definitely.
Yeah, well, because I know, I've told my trainers many times, I'll like not want to go, like, and I'm like, man, why did I say I was gonna go to, and then afterwards, I feel so much better, like I have all those endorphins,
Yeah.
and I think it's because it's such a, also, if you find the right trainer,
Yeah.
you leave there feeling so positive and just ready to go, and so, I like that, I love that feeling, I feel more energetic, so, yeah. And I've told her that, and she's like, oh my gosh, that just made my whole day, and I mean, I feel like I need to do it before and after. They're like, why am I doing this?
I think that would be great too, so you can see, because one of the things we talked about, we don't necessarily talk about on the show, but one of our taglines is being real with our audience.
Yes,
So
yes.
obviously, I have new hair. This is not my hair, but it is because I bought it.
It is your hair now?
It is my hair now. Because that's just something I wanted to do. As an African-American woman, when you work out, you sweat and your hair
Yes.
reverts, and then you have to
Yes.
keep either putting heat on it or manipulating your hair. And because I've been wearing a lot of updos, like I just throw my hair into a bun, it's been
It's
causing
really,
stress
yes.
on my edges. And I do not want my edges to go away because I would like them to stay on my head. So for me, because I'm going to be working out more, I wanted something that's an easy hairstyle that I can just kind of put
And it's
on,
cute.
shake it out, it's $20. Oh,
It's a steal.
And I did manipulate this wig, so it didn't look like this out of the package.
Well, you have to, I mean, I hate to say it.
Yeah, you do.
And you did a great job, because it's super cute, I like it.
It is fun to put on every day and try and figure out how to make it look less
Yeah.
wiggy. But this is the look for the next 6 months. Get used to it, y'all. But so we're gonna make sure we're gonna do daily or weekly journals. Some of them will be on our website, some of them will be like blogs.
Vlogs, yeah.
Some of them will be like, I guess it's called vlog, where you have the video camera.
Yeah, the
talking.
vlog, yeah.
Some of them might be rants.
I saw that on a TV show last night.
Yeah, I'm not up on using words.
I'm not like that.
Some I might be sitting in the closet because I'm hiding eating chocolate.
I've always wanted to do that, instead I sit in there and read books.
That's fine too. So we're gonna make sure we find different ways to show our strategy, our walk.
Our walk, just what we're trying to do, to become or stay healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we want to do a healthier mind and a
Yes.
healthier body.
and I have a beach trip coming up at the
Oh,
end
do
of
you?
June, and
I broke my
so,
glasses and they just keep, I gotta do
it's
it.
cracking me up. Yeah, and and it's not that I want to lose weight, but it's just I want, I moved back to Florida, and I'm telling you, ladies, if you don't live in Florida, everybody wears bikinis no matter the body size or shape, and I'm amazed by how women just feel so comfortable doing it, and I'm not there yet, and my goal is, when I go on this vacation, is to wear a bikini and not feel awkward.
Yeah.
And now, part of my awkwardness is my stomach is very white, so I feel like I'm gonna have to do. Oh, it's white. Like my arms are pretty tan from being here, but my stomach is like blindingly white. Like white, like white. That's what I feel like I need to do. Because I'm not a tanning booth person, so I feel like I'm gonna have to figure this out. Because
you have a pool at home. You can just go.
well, I know, but I feel ridiculous doing it in the middle of the day. And then I'm like, wait a minute.
Why? You're paying them while they're at your house?
Well, I know, but my husband's at work, the kids are at school. I don't know, it feels silly to me, like I should be cleaning. Not using the pool. Okay, maybe the four of us just need to go and have a pool day and go day at my house too, because there's no more early release days in our district.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, so we don't even have to account for those now. There might be some in my household, sorry, Mrs. France, but I believe in mental health days.
Oh, we're taking a mental health day in the next month.
Oh, we're taking mental health day.
Reggie's going to Boston and we're going to because it's.
I've always wanted to go to Boston. Oh,
We
I'm
found
so
a
jealous.
$98, wait, no, I think the flight is $100 from both E's and Mac total.
That's cheap.
I can
Yeah.
afford $100
Yeah.
total.
And my kids get, my kids don't like to miss school, so, oh my God, yes. So, I mean, but I also believe in mental health days for moms too, especially stay-at-home moms. Sometimes you just need to go meet your girlfriends
Yeah.
and have lunch.
Yeah.
And take 3 hours to do it.
And we're going to talk about
And
that.
hope that the school doesn't call because somebody got hurt.
Well, that's why you have a backup person.
Yes,
So,
Dad.
so for the series, one is women in business. So every month we're going to showcase a woman. It's not going to be a 30-minute commercial about their business. It's going to talk about how they got there. Basically, we have 12 questions we ask every single woman
Yes.
for their business. And then they all going to give different answers because their path of their journey has been different.
yes.
And the second series we're going to do from January, February, and March is our journey for a healthier mind and healthier body. And so the next couple podcasts, we're going to break those down. But making sure that you're making yourself a priority, not forgetting other priorities, but like Heather said, moving yourself up on that list.
Yes.
So that you can.
You're not dead last. I hate when I'm like at the end of the day and you're just like, I didn't do anything I wanted to do today for myself. Yeah.
So we'll talk more about those things. We're so happy you're here, making sure you're going from guilt to grace. You're going to go from superficial multitasking to superbly managing your time. And there's one more that I've now forgotten, but it is on our website. This is real life, people. I completely
We forget things.
completely forgot the
And kids are in school right now, so we don't have free labor from them. Who could have held up the signs for us?
I could have helped the science first.
Your child would have, my children would have, but
My kid loves our podcast, and
She does.
She cannot be on it. But we're so happy you joined us, and we're going to get into healthier mind, healthier body through nutrition, healthier body through exercise on the next several ones. Make sure you're going onto our website from daystoyears.com, all of our social media.
via Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
Yep. And I think you said we also she spent a lot of time this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, getting our podcasts on all the other more non-video, like Apple, Google, Android bases. I know I'm not saying that right, but I'm not technically advanced either, so.
Spotify, I don't know. There's
Wherever you like to listen to podcasts, that's where you can find us now. That's how they say it on TV. Wherever you get your podcasts from, you can find From Days to Years.
I love that. Let's do like everything now.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see you next time.
Bye.